Hello, this is Maureen Legas with today's Technology Tidbit in the 21 Days 2014 series. Today we're going to talk about your contact manager. When you set up your contact management system, you should set up specific groups for your clients. This is going to help you in your business planning when you are trying to determine how many METs and non-METs you need. It's going to help you in your marketing plan, knowing what to market and who to market to, and it's going to help you know how to manage the different types of clients. Your A clients, those that give you referrals, should get a little bit more attention than those clients that might be in the C level, those that don't maybe even relate to you. They're in your database and you're trying to manage a relationship with them. So today we're going to discuss this contact management system. Okay, so I'm going to go into the MyKW account, and again, I'm using the demo account, so it is not an active actual account, but it would be able to show you how to do this. I'm going to click on My Leads, and it'll take me over to the eEdge panel. Okay. So in eEdge, over here under Contacts, you can look at all your contacts. You can add a contact, and you can manage your groups. So what we want to do first is to set up the group management. So I'm going to come over here to MyKW, and I'm going to come into eEdge, clicking on one of the eEdge links we just did, and under Contact Management, I'm going to manage groups. And the groups I want to set up, when you're setting up your groups, you want to think of them in terms of how you're going to market to them. So if you have someone, let's say, in a 33 touch group for 2015, and that group expires, you can take that entire group and put them on your 33 touch for 2016. If you don't have the year, if you just have 33 touch as the group and it expires, it's hard to see which folks were on which campaign. So on any of those campaigns that expire, that like the 33 touch that are not ongoing, you want to create a year with that so that you're able to see at any one time, pull up who's on that campaign for that year. You also want to have A, B, and C groups, A, B, and C. So your A group might be the folks that give you referrals, that are people that you want to keep in contact with and do something a little extra special for. You can put them in the A group, so you create an A group, and right here is how we create a group. You type in the group and you click Save, it'll create a new group. You can have up to 50 groups in the KW eEdge system. You have a group for buyers, maybe buyers that are closed. And think of this again in terms of marketing. You might market to your buyers differently than you market to your closed buyers. The closed buyers, you might see that maybe starting to market to them in 5 years to see if they're ready to purchase another home and sell the home they're in. So there's different types of marketing campaigns. First-time home buyers, that's different too. You might market to them with a first-time home buyer campaign. You might have friends in there that are referral sources for you that you would market to differently. And some of these people, your friends, might be a buyer and might be in a group. You can put them into multiple groups. I have Keller Williams agents that are long distance that I market to for referral business. I have local Keller Williams agents that are different. I wouldn't market to ask them for referrals if they're local. I have METs and I have non-METs, which are important in business planning because we know that it's 12 to 2 on METs for referrals. For every 2 referrals that you want from your MET group, you have to have 12 METs. So having them in a MET group and not MET group gives you information on how to add additional people to your database. You might have referrals and referrals that have closed, sellers that have closed, a short sale seller, because if you have a short sale seller now that closed now, depending on the type of loan, they might be eligible to purchase in 2 years. You would market to them differently. Short sale sellers that are selling and short sales that have closed. All right, so you set these groups up, and again here at the top you would set up a new group. So let's say we want to set up a group called Long Distance Non-KW Agents, because I might market to them differently for referrals, but also to maybe give them information about Keller Williams. And I click to save, and that's going to be alphabetized here, long distance non-Keller Williams, and then I might have local non-KW agents also for marketing purposes. So I save that. And then we would be able to put them on campaigns and market to them specifically, or pull them up by their group. So here under first time home buyer, there's one person in that group. I can click on that contact and pull that contact up. I can also search, go to all contacts, and I can say more search options, and I could show me all of my A clients. Now, because this is a demo account, they're not real people and they're not assigned to this group, but you could pull up all your A clients, and then you can set up reminders and information to help you determine how to best stay in touch with those A clients. Okay, so let's see, how do we get the people in the A group or in the B group or in the buyer group? So down here, I'm going to look at some clients, and here's Ann Agent, and I'm going to click on the first person, Ann Agent, and I'm going to come down, and this is easier if you do this when you are adding the people to your database. And this is the eEdge database, and here at the bottom, I'm going to have groups. Now I can click on show all, it'll show me everything here, or I can click on just the groups and it'll show me the group. So down here, she's not in any groups. Well, I'm going to say that Ann is an A, and I might want to put her on a 33 touch for 2015. And I might say that she's a friend. And what other group might she go on? A friend and a closed seller. Maybe that's where I met her. So I'm going to add her to all of these groups. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to see that she's in all of those groups. Okay. And then you might say, okay, the A, Ann, and you could put a reminder in there to say that Ann, she's an A, so I want to make sure to include her in my client appreciations. You can add reminders. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then we can come back up and we can click to go to the next client. And the next client would be Bev Buyer. And so we know she's a buyer. We're going to come down here to Bev Buyers groups, and she has no groups. So Bev is a buyer, and I haven't developed a relationship. She registered, let's say, on my website, so she wouldn't be an A, she wouldn't be a B. In my opinion, the A would be anyone that is working with me or giving me referrals, working with me and giving referrals, or just giving referrals, friends that give referrals. People that give me referrals are A's, and I want to take care of them. B might be people that are working with me but maybe have not referred me to anybody, but might be loyal enough to continue to work with me. And C would be someone that may be registered on my website that I haven't formed a relationship with. So I'm going to put this buyer, Bev Buyer, as a C. And then I come down here, and I don't know if she's a first-time home buyer because I haven't had any relationship with her. Not met. I'm going to put them in the not met group, and that's it, because I don't know really anything about them. So I'm going to add Bev Buyer to those groups. And now I see that Bev Buyer is in those groups. I forgot to put my first person on my Met group. Now Ann Agent gives me referrals and works with me and has closed properties. So I also want to add her to my Met group to make sure I'm counting how many Mets I have in my database. So you want to make sure you're adding your Mets and non-Mets each time. Okay, so you can continue on that way. And then once you have all of the contacts set up, and each time you add someone, you want to make sure they're in those groups, Met, non-Met, ABC, then I'm going to search here for all of my A's. And I'm going to click search. And now I find everyone that's in the A group. And then I can work with them individually so that I make sure that I let them know how appreciative I am for those referrals. So that basically is it, setting up your contact manager so that you can pull up by group and you can market. We're going to talk about marketing in another video, but get your database set up so that you have everyone in the right categories so you can market properly to them, and you can stay in touch correctly with your A, B, and C's. Thank you.